Do you love the idea of Nashville, but you want more of a neighborhood with its own heartbeat, a creativity, and even the flavor? East Nashville is where the city's art, music, and food scene collide, and it might be the perfect place for you. Just across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville, East Nashville has become one of the city's most dynamic neighborhoods. It blends historic charm with a modern, creative energy, and it attracts both families and professionals and a lot of artists.
Hey, we're Clark and Christy Powers. We're born and raised Tennesseans, and we've helped over 100 families make the move to Tennessee. So today we're going to be talking about East Nashville. Let's jump right in.
Living in East Nashville means that you're only 5 to 10 minutes from downtown. You can get there easily by an Uber, a car, or even just walking over the pedestrian-friendly bridge. You can bike, you can walk, you can ride share, you can skip the long commute that most of the suburbs around Nashville require.
Okay, so let's talk about what is there to do in East Nashville. Well, one of the biggest areas of activity is the Five Points area. There's a lot of great restaurants like Five Points Pizza, a lot of great boutiques and awesome music venues. The Red Door Bar is down there along with the Five Spot. A lot of great happening areas to get some nightlife in.
There's also the Shelby Bottoms Greenway and Nature Park, which a really cool thing about Nashville in general is to be such a big city with all the sky rises and concrete. Nashville did a great job of having green space close to downtown. And they did that with the Radnor Lake area, the Edwin Warner Parks, but also in East Nashville, right across the river from downtown, there's a huge park it's called Shelby Bottoms, and they have disc golf, there's lakes there, there's hiking trails, baseball fields. If you like the Sandlot movie, they named the baseball field the Sandlot. It's such a cool escape from the city, and it's truly, while you're in the park, you're looking at the skyline. Really neat. Another really fun thing about East Nashville is the farmers market. So that offers weekly food that comes in, like local fresh food, sorry. There's also good local music all the time in East Nashville. Sometimes the musicians are even walking up and down the street playing music. It's really a musical atmosphere. And there's lots of artisan vendors. So sometimes you'll see pop-up shops or little local booths set up where you can support the local artists in the community. And it's a really nice energy around that creative community where everybody really supports each other. Another cool area of East Nashville is the Riverside Village area, which has some low-key dining options like a Mitchell's Delicatessen or Dose Coffee, or there's a cool vinyl shop there in the Riverside Village area. And there's also just around the corner, there's a really neat, it's an old factory that has been turned into a community center. So there is a vintage clothing store, there are some coffee shops, there's a Pilates shop in there, there's a hair salon that is like walking back in time to a 1950s bathhouse where they have like the indoor pool and you can rent the pool out and have like the whole experience. It's a neat area in East Nashville. Before we move on and jump into food, there's a lot of music venues and cool Airbnbs and cafes in East Nashville too. So if you're coming for the weekend before you plan your time to actually buy houses here, you should look up Riverside Revival is a neat venue for live music there in East. The Russell Hotel is a really beautiful, it's an old church that has been turned into a hotel that's stunning, like an experience unlike any other hotel. Everything is an experience. The food's an experience. The Tomato Fest is an experience where we shut the streets down for Tomato Fest. You spend the whole day, once you're in, planning to stay because you're not getting out for a while, but it's such a fun energy and atmosphere there around the East Nashville community.
Do you like food?
Oh, okay.
So one of the things that East Nashville is known for is its amazing food scene. So some of the heavy hitters there include Moss Tacos. The Pharmacy is a great place to get burgers. Lachlan Table, Rose Pepper is a great Mexican Tex-Mex kind of place. Butcher and Bee has an amazing menu full of Mediterranean-inspired food. Margot is a French place with also Italian-inspired dishes.
Another restaurant that East Nashville gets to have is called the Audrey, and that's an experience. It's a Sean Brock restaurant, so it's a higher end dining experience. They even have private rooms if you want, but the whole atmosphere, the way they present the food, the way they explain all the local, where it all came from and the local menu and how they cook it all, it's a really neat experience. All right, surrounding areas. Let's say you love everything we're saying about East Nashville, but you're not sure you want to be in East. Maybe you want to be in the surrounding areas. So let's tell you some areas to check out. Inglewood is an area of East Nashville that has larger lots with big trees and a lot of the more ranch homes, mid-century modern. They've also built a lot of the tall, skinny homes with a more modern vibe, maybe with a rooftop deck where a lot of them you can even see the downtown skyline from. Inglewood's going to be a more quiet area. It doesn't have, a lot of the pockets of East Nashville have a community base where you can walk to the happy hour at the local restaurant, and Inglewood's going to be more of your quiet, true, like suburban feel, but you can still easily get to everything East Nashville has to offer. Another pocket of East Nashville to pay attention to is Lockland Springs. Lockland Springs is known for its historic homes. The architecture there is so interesting. It's colorful, it's vibrant, and it's walkable to the 5 Points that Clark mentioned earlier about the restaurants and all the events they have there in the 5 Points neighborhood. An up and coming part of East Nashville is McFerrin Park area, and that's up and coming. They're remodeling the older homes, they're building new homes there around that park. But that's going to be closer to the walking bridge that is set to come across from the East Nashville to Germantown area. And so there's a lot more attention going into that area than there was in years past. So you're going to probably see a lot more newer homes pop up there. Another great area that is meaningful to us is historic Edgefield in East Nashville. Edgefield has brick sidewalks and Victorian homes, and it's really, really close to downtown Nashville. I mean, you can walk to the football games easily if you're going to the Titans games. So it's got that historic charm plus that mega convenience of being right there by downtown. All right, if you're a family looking to move to East Nashville and you're curious about the schools, give us a call. We'd love to talk more about this. But East Nashville has the Metro Nashville public school systems there. A popular option there is the Lockland Elementary school, which is a magnet school, and it's highly rated. There's also an East Nashville magnet middle and high school that are focused on both the academics and the arts. There's Isaac Litton Middle School there, which that school has some good community involvement around it. And then there's a lot of private school options there too. There's St. Bernard Academy, Lipscomb Academy, Montgomery Bell Academy, Harpeth Hall, and those are all within like 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes from East. I love talking about East Nashville, y'all. It is a dream for anyone who loves character and variety. So what kind of architecture will you find there, Clark?
There's a lot of different kinds of architecture in East Nashville. The classic options include historic bungalows, the Victorian style homes. There's a lot of early 1900s options there. But that's not all you get. There's also a large amount of modern infill homes. So they might take an old decrepit home, scraped a lot, and build a nice new modern home with a lot of glass and flat ceiling or flat roofs and things like that. Also, there's a lot of townhome and loft options if you're looking for more of a condo vibe. Right now, it's the median home price is right in about the middle of what we see in Middle Tennessee. So, a place like Brentwood's going to have a much higher median home price, but then Murfreesboro is going to have a much lower. So it's kind of a middle ground option, and it is one of the more affordable areas of Nashville proper. If you're really trying to be in Nashville, East is a little bit on the more affordable side.
Another interesting thing about East Nashville is a lot of people there will build a apartment over the garage and have what we call a detached accessory dwelling unit, or basically like just an in-law suite, and they will rent those out. If you can get the permits and the city approves it, you can often rent those out as an Airbnb and use that as a source of income because of the proximity to downtown. So we have noticed that in East Nashville, those tend to do well.
East Nashville really benefits from the awesome jobs market that Nashville has. So while there's not, a ton of, just a ton of jobs right in East, your proximity to everything in Nashville is going to allow, to really have access to any of the jobs there in Nashville. So the major employers in Nashville include Vanderbilt University, HCA Healthcare, Amazon is here now, as well as Oracle is already here and adding more and more jobs to the area. So all of that is within about at max a 20-minute drive from East Nashville. So you really have a myriad of options available.
And if you're looking in the music world, we can't talk about Nashville and not mention the music. The Music Row, which is where a lot of the producers and production happens for the music here, is really 15 to 20 minutes in South Nashville, which is close enough to get to live in East and have an easy commute. All right, if you're looking for vibrant culture, incredible food, and a strong sense of community, East Nashville delivers it all, while keeping you just a couple minutes from downtown Nashville.
So if you're ready to start your search, give us a call, reach out to us, and we'll help you figure out if East Nashville is a perfect fit for you.